Wow. This is right after the final game of group stages, and I've already announced the top two, the bottom to, the results of the group stage, basically. I just want to say, this is genuinely the happiest I've been in a really long time. And I know that sounds really cliche, but that is just my genuine thoughts about, this entire tournament. Looking back, when I first started, Premier as a whole, admittedly, I'm just going to say this outright, admittedly, it was out of spite, right? I felt like after Persuadable Tournament ended, I kind of figured, how could I make it better organised, better structured, and overall just better? A better experience, right? Because there was a lot of things about it where it was bad organisation, bad experience for some people, blah blah blah. I'm not going to go too deep into that. I'm not really going to go into my thoughts, because this video is not about the thoughts, right, of one tournament. This is about the thoughts of my tournament. The first season, I thought, was amazing. For a first ever season, for the production value we had, the prize pool should have been bigger. 100%. And that's basically on me for not having a job. So I do apologise to chess players / yo-yo for that. I wish I had a job, but I don't. I'm an unemployed motherfucker. But with this tournament, going for a new format, because the main criticism of the last tournament was the format, actually. When I did that little small poll, based on, okay, what do you like, what do you dislike, that type of poll, right? The little annoying ones you don't really want to fill out but kind of have to. That was the main criticism of it, the last tournament, just the overall format. And I was like, okay, what are we going to do for the next season? And in my opinion, I thought, okay, we're going to have it be smaller this time round. And we're going to have it, rather than 35 teams from last time out, which is insane, by the way. I don't know how we've managed to even get 35 in the first time. But the insane thing about it is it's 16 teams, and yet we got more applications than the previous tournament. You know how insane that is? I couldn't imagine that, right? I was in shock when I found that out. But that's because there's been murmurs about it making waves with people, huge in the scene, right? I remember last tournament, I even saw an ex-IVT commentator commenting on this video, on one of the one of the streams, and I was like, holy shit, I remember this guy. But yeah, wow, it was amazing seeing all the support, from huge creators and small creators alike, and even some of the biggest people in the competitive scene within NAEU. Now, going on to this tournament, I will admit, part of me was a bit worried because we used the same designs in terms of graphics, in terms of everything, right? Big ups, either way, big up the graphics team. That's another thing I'd say. The volunteers are amazing. The administrators are amazing. The graphics team, holy fuck. Mushi, Mars, I think even Laurie, who actually made some of the logos for the teams this season. Amazing work. I wish I could pay them, genuinely. Genuinely, I wish I could. But, obviously, I'm unemployed, right? If I imagine that's going to be the fucking running butt of the joke. It's been amazing, the group stages. There's... The only real issue has been scheduling. There's not really been, any major controversy Other than maybe, like, the Hex forfeit, but even then, it's like... Even then, that wasn't, like, major, you know? Because it wasn't really blown out of proportion. It wasn't like anything bad happened. It's just that they weren't able to play. And they knew that, right? But no. But, yeah. To every team who applied, genuinely, thank you. To every team who got in and gave it their all, even if you didn't win a single game, thank you. Because this is... I could not believe it, right? I know I made, like, an announcement on the Discord and whatnot, being, like, you know, very appreciative. You know, I'm glad this is as big as it is, right? Because there's some videos... The thing is, on my channel, I've never, ever hit, like, 100... Sorry, 100? But 1,000, views, right, on my channel. Like, the last ones were very, very old. Like, very old. But when it comes to live streams, when it comes to, like, all the stuff going on around it, right, I look at everything I'm seeing, right, and I'm seeing consistency, right? Consistent views, consistent likes, consistent engagement, right? And I look at it all, and I am just very amazed to see that there's so many people who are interested in watching this stuff. Even if they're not big fans of competitive in general, right? Now, that does lead me to one big thing. Something that is in my mind, but can only work if certain things in my personal life happen. I want to make this tournament even bigger than it is right now. And I know everyone's probably going to be saying, that's overly ambitious, that's ridiculous to even say, right? But I've proven that with determination, hard work, and maximum effort, I can achieve anything. And I'm not going to say what my mind is thinking about this tournament, but just know, I want to... I mean, this is going to be a huge statement, right? I want to rival official NetEase tournaments. That is my goal. And I want to do that by doing certain things for this tournament scene. You know, for Premier, right? I want to do certain things for this. And that can only happen if I myself have certain things go in my favour in my personal life. So if it does, it will happen quicker. If it doesn't, it'll happen a lot slower. And you'll still be seeing, like, these type of tournaments where it's, like, smaller prize pools, but high production value. But just imagine. Imagine this production value, and then higher prize pools. I think this would be North America and Europe's and South America. The Western Hemisphere. It would be the largest community tournament by far. And that's what I do want to go for as well, right? I want to be bringing in new competitors and mix them in with the current old. And that's my goal. But in order to get to that goal, my personal life gotta get sorted. That's why there's gonna be a week long break. Matches are gonna be from the 31st of October, so Halloween, till November 2nd. That's gonna be when the quarterfinals are taking place. I've already said that, but still, I'm getting into a tangent now. But oh my god, yeah. Once again, thank you to, like, every single person who's watched, every single person who's played, every single volunteer who was, you know, taking time out of their day to do commentary, VC modding, in some cases even streaming and hosting thank you, and I genuinely cannot wait to see where this tournament goes and what the future of Premier lies. Yeah, I'm really excited. I hope you guys are too. But yeah, hell, I might even make the the official Identity 5 YouTube channel. Not if we official Identity 5 YouTube. No. Premier Tournament YouTube channel. Yeah. Why did I say it? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, you can tell this wasn't scripted. You can tell this wasn't scripted. But no, genuinely, thank you all so much, and long may this tournament scene continue. Because, my God, I wanna continue this so much, man.